What's up, everybody? Back again, a little 2020 action. And this could be a little bit of a different 2020. You know, this year's been a little crazy. We've gone from one tournament to the next several times, and we had a little bit of a break between Fork and Pickwick, and now we're in Pickwick. Pickwick's right here behind us, and we're getting ready to go out and try to figure out this place here. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Looking forward to Pickwick. Can't wait for you guys to see all the videos. So you're gonna watch this 2020. We're gonna talk about Fork. We're gonna talk about what I did right, what I did wrong. A lot of wrong, by the way. But then we're also going to talk a little bit about Pickwick. I'm going to show you what I've got rigged up here. So you're not going to want to get away from this video too far because I've got some baits rigged up, some crankbaits. Oh yeah. We're going to throw a little bit of that, a little bit of that. To be honest with you, it was a lot similar to Fork. You know, Fork, I'm mad about it. Like Fork for me was, it's hard to put it into words because it's like one of those tournaments where I thought I was kind of low-key thought I might win the tournament, and not that. And you watched practice and you saw that I didn't have like a really robust plan at Fork. But what I did have, what I thought I had, was several pretty good schools of fish, and it was kind of a winner-take-all type mentality. I gambled, and I've gambled before, and I've been on the winning side of gambling for the most part. This one was a complete disaster. I don't even know where I finished. 85th, something? I don't even know. Like, bad, okay? I didn't finish last, that's what I do know, so that's a positive note there. You know, and it is gonna hurt me a little bit for points for the Classic and all that, but we're here at Pickwick. Hopefully we'll make up some ground, get back on track. But for me, here was my mentality on this deal. I didn't find a lot in practice, and I put all my eggs in basically one or two baskets of these schooling fish. And here's the lesson that I learned. 22 years of doing this, I still learn lessons. I put all my eggs in one basket, and what I did wrong with that was, I had all my stuff in one creek. And what I mean by that is Fork, the way it's laid out, there's an arm that kind of runs off it runs north and south, and then the main arm kind of runs a little bit off of that. So a hard south wind, for example, would blow up into the arm that I was in, which was Caney Creek is where I fished, and Caney Creek runs north and south. These winds showed up, which I kind of knew the wind was going to blow a little bit. I didn't research it as much as I should have, and that's a lesson that, I mean, that's stupid on my part, right? I check weather all the time, and I did not. I've got all the best apps on my phone. I have Wind Finder, I have the Weather Channel, I have several other apps, and I'm always looking at what wind's gonna do and the predictions of wind so I can forecast it 3 or 4 days out. And for whatever reason, I just kind of went through the motions there thinking, hey, it's summertime, I'm not too worried about the wind, you know, I didn't check it. Well, lo and behold, the wind blows 25 miles an hour out of the south, which is shooting straight up Caney Creek, which is crashing into the 2 or 3 places that I wanted to fish. Again, I thought this wouldn't hurt things really, because most of the time when you have schools of fish, current, wind, and waves and stuff like that, a lot of times will stir the bait up and make those fish even bite better. So in my mind, I was kind of thinking like, okay, this could go down. This could really go down. Well, it didn't, obviously. I didn't catch anything off those spots at all, like zero, like it was terrible. I stayed till 1 o'clock on day one. It was like miserable, and I kept thinking the whole time, like any minute they're gonna bite. And I know a lot of y'all watching that video said to yourself, what the heck are you doing? Why would you stay there all day? Why wouldn't you just fish there for a little bit in the morning, and if you didn't catch them, then leave? Because at Fork and a lot of lakes in the summer, those fish don't set up on that offshore stuff and bite good until later in the afternoons a lot of times. And I didn't want to get off the spot and lose my position, because where I ended up getting my boat spot locked with my Garmin trolling motor, I was able to really fish the spot very effectively. In my opinion, I had the best position. I could fish when they went out to this little ridge, I could hit it. When they were straight this way, I could hit it. And these trees over here on the right-hand side, I had all that to fool with. And I thought, I don't want to lose my position. If I move and another boat comes in here, then it's going to mess me up for the rest of the day. So I'll stay and wait on the fish. Well, at 1:30, I'm still waiting. Nothing's happening. And it was time to go, guys. So I had to bail on that, caught a few fish. You know, it was just a disaster of a day. But talking to like Keith Combs and a few guys at the weigh-in, this old time dude told Keith Combs a long time ago, because it kind of baffled him one tournament where the wind blew like that and current there was a lot of current in the lake and this fish didn't bite. And he said, the old timer said, the fish on that lake, they don't like current. It's just like they like it dead still. I don't know why, but so I don't know if it blows them off into the timber and they get behind the timber. I don't know, but it was terrible. But my problem was I didn't have a backup plan. I didn't have fish, like when I fish Okeechobee, I find fish on the north end and I find fish on the south end and I find fish on the west side. So typically I have fish in some areas that I can run to no matter what happens to the weather. And I didn't protect myself. I didn't have fish on the other arm that was out of the wind. So when I had to just go fishing on day, the second half of day 1 and day 2, I basically just running new water and it just didn't happen. So, my lesson on that is prepare. My lesson on this is, check your weather. Really spend a lot of time forecasting what the weather's gonna do and find places that will protect you from bad weather, whether it's a lot of rain, muddy water, the wind, all these different things. You got to take all that stuff into consideration, and I just didn't. So that being said, fork is over. It's in the books. Worst finish in a long time, but it's driving me to do better out here. So we're gonna put the screws to it out here on Pickwick. I'm excited about what we've got going on. I can't not wait for you guys to see the travel vlog. So that's coming like immediately. The practice videos are coming, and then of course day 1 and day 2 of the tournament, and hopefully we all make the cut here, because you know what, we're all fired up. We've all got a little pep in our step. It's coming down to the second half of the season here. We've got to step it up. So we all want to make the cut. But that being said, I've got a lot of stuff rigged up. Hair jigs was what I threw at Fork. That will work really good here on the Tennessee River, hair jigs. Drop shot, believe it or not, will work really good. Big square bills will work. Nico rigs, hollow belly swim baits. Oh, this big crankbait right here, actually. I'm gonna rig this up. This is a citrus color, and that's a good one. That's what is this called? Recon, yeah. This is the Guggen Baits Recon, and I'll throw that a little bit tomorrow too. Got a nice sound to it. Got a couple other crankbaits. I've got the new Berkeley Dredger as well. I'm gonna try that. I've heard a lot of people talking about that, but this thing right here, it sounds good. It has a nice sound to it. So that being said, we're gonna go get ready for tomorrow. We're gonna get ready to edit some other videos for Pickwick. So guys, thank you so much for hanging out. I know this was a short and sweet little video, and it is. Oh, I will say this, how I caught fish the second day, which wasn't much, running those shallow points with that big Lake Fork tackle, running those points with the Impact Lures Impact Shed. That's the big fluke style bait, 7-inch long, that Mark Pack, my buddy, designed. Just rigging that on a weightless hook. That's a really good way of catching big fish on Fork, even though I did not catch them. I missed a couple nice fish that day, but you just rig it up on like a 5/0 hook, just cast it out and just twitch it across those points. In the mornings, those fish a lot of times will get up in those shallow points, those gravel points, and chase bait. And that's kind of how I caught the few that I did catch. Just unfortunate I didn't get a good one, because I look around, I'm like, oh, there's so-and-so and there's so-and-so over there. And they're all kind of running the same water and same stuff, and most everyone else was catching pretty nice fish, except old Scotty Boy. But that being said, redemption, baby. So thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out, guys. And I truly love you guys. We'll see you. Bam!